Jack it up.
Hey, it's NikNakTV. So today I'm going to be doing my review on Batman vs Superman. But first of all, make sure to check out my Easter egg video where I follow and tell you all the big Easter eggs in this movie. So let's go. So what did I like about this movie? First of all, the actors. They have a great cast in this movie with Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, all of them. They were really good actors, and Batman and Superman, they just acted very well. Another thing is Batman was just great in this movie, and so was Superman. A lot of people didn't like Superman in this movie, but I liked both of them. They were both really acted well. Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck make really good superheroes. You can't deny that. Everyone's worried about Ben Affleck's Batman, but he was great. Probably the best so far. And Henry Cavill was also a great Superman. A lot more emotional in this movie, what I did enjoy, because the last movies, in the last movie, he wasn't showed enough to really care for him. And Wonder Woman was also done very well. I really did like her. She was slowly introduced, and then her big reveal at the end of the movie was very good. I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah, she was shown a few times in this movie, and at the end where you see her, she was awesome, and her theme song, "You Can't Die," is just so awesome. But yeah, Wonder Woman was great in it. Another thing I did like were the cameos. A lot of people did not like them, since we got to see a few of them. We got to see Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman. If you didn't know that, I am so sorry. I'll tell you when I am going to be doing major spoilers, but not yet. So you get to see how they're all introduced. So I'm going to do a quick spoiler warning now. Is one thing that a few people didn't like is that they had like logos and everything. But yeah, I find it a bit stupid how they have their own logos already made, and that was a bit dumb. But yeah, it was pretty cool seeing how Cyborg was created with the mother box and Silas Stone, and Aquaman and the Flash is shown. Remember, that's all in my Easter eggs video, so make sure to check that out. But yeah, I really did like that. So spoilers are off, guys. No more spoilers for now. Now, who else did I really like? Now, this is the one thing that probably a lot of people didn't like, was Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Now, obviously, I can easily tell why people did not like him. He was a bit annoying at some points, but I actually did like him. It's a very different take on Lex Luthor. The past two incarnations of Lex Luthor have been very similar, but this is a completely new take on him. You get to see the more grounded version of him, and how he actually reacts to these bigger superheroes and these aliens. What I really did enjoy, you get to see the different sides of Lex Luthor, and he's a bit very crazy and sometimes, but you get used to it. It's very interesting, and I actually did really like him at some points. Yes, some points I did not like him. It was a bit unnecessary, but he actually was very good in this movie. You can't deny that. And the other actors were also really well. I like the little cameos. What were very interesting. Now, what do I think of this movie overall? I thought it was very good, but this is the few things that people didn't like. It was very rushed. I was fitting way too much into this movie, like with all the villains and all that. Speaking of villains, let's talk about Darkseid. Not Darkseid, Doomsday. He was very unnecessary. It was kind of just there to add controversy and make the two heroes team up in the end of the movie. Well, it was not needed. You can easily tell that, because Batman and Superman, the fight was not long enough. The V in that title, you can just cancel that. It's just Batman Superman, Dawn Justice vs Superman, because they don't really fight for that long. It's just kind of fight for 8 minutes, and then they're best friends again. Yeah, so that was a bit of a letdown. And also the pacing in this movie, a lot of people hated it. I thought it wasn't the best, because at some points, yeah, it's really fast, and some points it's very slow. But don't worry, I do like this movie. I'm just giving you my worst off, best off, worst off review, so you can be prepared for this movie, because I don't want anyone to be disappointed. I was not disappointed in this movie at all. I loved it a lot. I'm going to see it again next weekend, but I'm just telling you guys what I honestly thought of this movie. So what else was not very good? or let's say the plot twist at the end of the movie. It was very interesting. I'm not gonna spoil what it was, but it was alright. It wasn't really needed, especially at the very last scene in the movie. How that kind of just ruined the big reveal. Because yeah, and Doomsday, yeah, yet again, he just didn't do anything. I like the cool things I did like is how the different comics they did adapt into this movie. Like they adapted The Dark Knight Returns and some others I'm not going to name because I will spoil the entire movie. But yeah, I really did like how they added it, but I think they might have added too many in there because that just made it obviously too rushed, and they're putting way too much into this movie. Now, what could have made this movie better? Completely cut out Doomsday, just get rid of him, and add more Batman versus Superman, because that's what we all came for. We didn't want to see origin stories and Doomsday. We could have just waited for a Superman Doomsday movie. It would have been so much better. We would have had more time for Doomsday. Lex Luthor, yeah, we can keep him, I guess, because he's the reason they kind of want to beat the crap out of each other. But yeah, that's just some helpful advice. So what did you think of Batman vs Superman? I give it about a 6.5 or a 7. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. That's not a bad rating, you can't deny that. But if there's anything I missed or anything about that I did miss or about this movie, make sure to down in the comments below and put your honest opinion in the comments below, because I want to see how you guys like this movie. But that's all I really have to say. My name is NikNak. I'll see you guys later. Bye.